Today I'm going to share with you how to make these cute little cupcake napkin rings. You can use them on fabric napkins for a nice and elegant look, or you can even use them on paper napkins with some plastic utensils wrapped inside. It all depends on where you place your snaps. You're going to want a tighter fit for the paper napkins. Nice thing about these is that they store nice and flat, so you can make them for every holiday. To make 2 napkin rings, you are going to need a 5 1/2 by 7 1/2 inch piece of vinyl, a 5 1/2 by 7 1/2 inch piece of felt, vinyl, or any other non-fraying fabric for the backing, tearaway stabilizer, a piece big enough for you to completely hoop. I use Pellin 806, embroidery thread, your choice of colors. Finishing thread should match your vinyl. 2 sets of snaps. You're also going to need a 5 by 7 hoop, scissors, tape, embroidery needles, and of course your embroidery machine. If you're going to be making the napkin ring to go around a paper napkin, you can use 4 sets of cam snaps to secure the wraparound tabs better while giving the ring a neater look. That will be 2 sets for each napkin ring. I already have my tearaway stabilizer hooped on my 5 by 7 hoop. And I also have my embroidery file already loaded into my machine and ready to go. So I'm going to place this on the machine, lower my foot, and stitch out my placement stitches. Now that my placement stitches are complete, I take my 5 1/2 by 7 1/2 inch piece of vinyl and then I place it right over those stitches. I secure it with a couple of pieces of tape, and if you flip it over to the back, you can see that I have a nice margin all the way around my design. That is what you want. So I'm going to put it back into my machine, and I'm going to stitch through all of my decorative stitching. I'm going to stop before I get to the last stitch because that's going to be my finishing stitch. So I'm going to lower my presser foot, and here we go. Now that we've come to that final stitching, we're going to place our backing, I'm using felt, right over the stitching on the back side of the hoop. I'm also going to secure with a couple pieces of Scotch tape. Okay. I'm going to make sure that I'm covering my complete design, and I am. Everything looks good. So now I'm going to place it back into the machine. And you need to be really careful because you want to make sure that that bottom fabric does not shift or move on you. So make sure it's nice and flat. Press your foot down, and then you're going to stitch. Now you're going to notice that I am using thread to match my vinyl background. Now all of my stitching is complete. So I'm going to remove this from the machine, and we're going to go to the table and finish. Now my machine stitching is complete. I've already removed all my little stray threads, so now we can finally take the project out of the hoop. And then what I like to do is cut it in half, right down the middle, because you're going to now tear all the stabilizer. So just tear all that stabilizer away. Now, I'm just going to cut all the way around. Now I have both of them cut out. I'm going to show you how to make the snaps for the fabric one and the snaps for the paper napkin too. For all my vinyl projects, I like to use the longer pronged cam snaps. I get them on Etsy. You could just do a search for long prong cam snaps and they will send you to a shop that will have them. Okay, first thing we're going to do is punch our little holes, and you're going to follow the instructions to whatever snaps you use. These are the instructions for my cam snaps. So I just punch my holes, very easy, and then I take the prong and put it through that hole, and sometimes, there we go. And then I'm going to take one of these, and I am simply going to make sure it's secured and press. See how easy that is? For this one, you want to do it the other way. You want this little shiny prong on the inside, and then you want the other part of the snap. See how it looks different? Because these two are going to go together. So you want to do that one like that. Same thing. Press nice and snug. There you go. That is it. This is done. This is completed napkin ring. Now, to make a napkin ring with the double snaps, what I do is do the first two holes, and then I kind of take it like this because you want the holes to, you know, line up nicely, and then I put it through there and then start my hole there, and then I'll go back and make it a little bit larger. And the same thing with this, except this one I kind of do from the inside. Just make a starter hole. Now that the starter holes are there, I can go ahead and make the real hole. And that's going to be done the same way. You're going to do shiny on one side, and then this one. Make sure you got the same stop on both, on the same side. Okay. Now for this one, remember we're going to put the shiny end on the inside. There we go. That's simple. So now, if you're going to use the paper napkin, you're just simply going to wrap your utensils inside your napkin, and then flip this around, snap it there. Okay, so there you have that one. And this one is just the easiest of all. Just take your napkin, grab it in the center, and then pull that right through. And there you go. You have some chocolate cupcakes. If you are new to In the Hoop by Sher, you might want to sign up for our newsletter because there is a new freebie almost every single weekend. And who doesn't like free embroidery designs? If you want to make your own napkin ring, you'll find the link to them and the newsletter in the notes below the video. And if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, please like, subscribe, share, or comment. Thank you for watching.